Another weekend ruined by Leeds. Totally ruined weekend again. Where do you start with this one? Post-match, Bournemouth. Before I start though, guys, if you can smash the subscribe button, click the thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who's already subscribed. Thanks to whoever it was who sent a super thanks on the Liverpool Leeds pre-match. I looked up to see who it was who'd done it, and for some reason YouTube don't put down who it is, so I'm thanking you now. If you're watching this, thank you very much. I really appreciate it, I really do. So yeah, this game, has anybody seen enough? Because I know I have. That manager, yeah. Now, I know there's only 4 games to go, or whatever there is. 4 games where we're probably not going to get any points. But for me, that's him done. He'd be done and dusted. He'd be out the door. If I were Radrizzani after that game, I'd be straight down to changing rooms, underneath, ground, wherever they are. And I'd say to him, get all your stuff, what belongs to you, what's in office, or around training ground or whatever. Get all your bits together and get and do one, because that, for me, that's enough. Enough's enough. I just can't be bothered with it anymore. It just proper. I've had it up to here and more. Absolutely shocking. I mean, not only that, when you look at how we play, there's nothing there. There's no press. There's no nothing. They can't pass. They're all over the place. Nobody knows what position they're playing in, and. Well, as soon as we fall behind in the game, that's it. Everybody's just packed in. Don't even bother their arse. I'm finished now. I can't be bothered anymore. And then when he makes a substitution, he always does like for like. Nothing changes. He took off McKennie, put on Forshaw, midfielder for a midfielder. Took off Bamford, put on Rodrigo, midfielder. Forward for a forward. What's that? What's that going to do? He's still got all of the broken legs on there doing nothing. And we all know who they are. I don't even have to mention them. And then we've got frigging dipstick in net as well, who doesn't do us any favours as per normal. That stupid thingy what he did when he went like that for second goal, that dropped us right in it to start with. And then that one at the end, what he should have saved as well. But that's another story. I'm not even going there with that one. What really annoys me is the fact that there's no spirit, there's no art, there's no desire, there's no nothing. They don't care about this football club. They'll stand around at end of game when you sort full-time whistle goes, and they're all stood there looking around with all these blank expressions on the face, like it really means a lot to them. They couldn't give a shit like fans do. They couldn't care less. They're getting the wage, they're getting their asses white for them. At the end of the day, Leeds fans have travelled from all over to go to that game. They've spent money, travel, they've spent money for the ticket, they've spent money, costs obviously for food, blah, 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 whatever, or even if they're staying down there because it's a bank holiday, accommodation. They've had to pay for all that, and then they've had to go watch that dross on pitch, who can't even be asked to put in 90 minutes of running. That's all it takes. That's all we ask for. 90 minutes of effort, and they can't be asked. They go down there, they get their accommodation paid for, they get the food paid for, they get their asses white for them. Everything's there on a plate for them. They get whatever they're getting, 100 grand a week or whatever the bleeding get. They couldn't care less. And at the end of the season, whether we stay up or stay down, some will be going, so they'll just go to another football club, and then we'll end up with all deadwood in Championship as per normal, because that's what's going to happen. But for me, he's got to go. That manager he hasn't got a clue what he's doing. He hasn't got a clue. He's totally 100% out of his depth. Now you've got Christensen, Ayling, and even Alisson at one point, where they're all same area. Ayling were at right back at one point, and then they were like ball. Then you turn around and bloody Christensen were there with him, like out of position. Where they're playing? Who's told them to do that? Christensen's in middle, and then there's everybody's on their own on each side. I just don't get where they're playing. I really do not get it. I don't know what he's telling them to do, and they quite clearly ain't got a clue what they're doing anyway. But to be honest with you, I'm totally done with it, because they're just an embarrassment, an absolute embarrassment. They do nothing. They absolutely do nothing. This team at the moment, these last few games that we've played, right, is the worst performances I have seen from a Leeds team for a long, long time. And that's even when you look at it from right down into League One, when we were playing League One teams and that. This team couldn't care less about this football club. And like the fans were singing, you're not fit to wear a shirt. Well, they're not. Simple as that. They're not. And I aren't going to do any ratings, and I'm not going to say, oh, I thought he played well. And I wouldn't give any of them time of day. That's how I feel today. I wouldn't give any of them time of day. And I don't care who it is. And saying, like I've said about that manager, he'd be on his bike as well. So I may as well just take a whole team with him. I don't think I'm even going to bother watching that Man City game, because I dread to think what the score's going to be there. I really do. So they're playing like Samba football at end of get. We're playing Bournemouth. Fair play to them. I'm not being disrespectful to them at all. They deserve it. Totally deserve it. They did a job on us, and we can't really complain. So I'm not gonna slag them off. They're safe now. But when they're passing it around and playing like Samba football and Brazil, and we're just running around like headless chickens and ain't got a clue what we're doing. What an absolute shower of shit we really are. I've had enough. I don't know how you all feel, guys. Just put in comments below, because what else can you say apart from we're a load of shit? Have a lovely day, guys. Take care. Peace out.